not adjust your dial. Welcome to
Sounds real? Sounds real?
Sounds real.
Sounds real.
This is the Sounds Real show. I'm Jason.
And I'm Jack.
And on today's show, well, like always, everything that we talk about on the show is our opinions. So you might not like them, but so whatever.
It is what it is, right?
Yeah. Or you might say, hey, that guy's right on it, right on the money. So on today's show, we're going to talk about a little place, a little venue in Alamagordo, New Mexico called the Rabbit Hole.
Absolutely. And that's the show that you went to go see, the Assimilator show, which unfortunately I was unable to go, but it is what it is.
You missed a good show.
Oh, I know,
Honestly,
I know.
you missed a really good show.
I heard about it all night when you came back from the show talking about it.
Yeah.
So let's just share your story, you know.
Okay,
and
well,
I'll fact check you if I need to. So
definitely. Well, you know, I came across because I was looking for. I'm always hungry for bands. You know, I'm always hungry.
You're always hungry.
I'm hungry to see new bands.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I came across the Rabbit Hole, just searching on the internet, and I was like, Rabbit Hole, what is this? So I went a little bit in more depth. They had a phone number. I called. I said, sometimes I call these venues and nobody answers. Mm-hmm. So he called me back, and I was talking to him.
Kudos to him.
Yeah. I was talking to him, and he was telling me a little bit about the history, about the Rabbit Hole. Basically, it's on his private property, and he had like this huge shed. He told me, I couldn't envision it at first, but he told me he had a shed. He kind of converted it into a venue. Mm-hmm. He has a stage, setup, bar, everything, tables, and even floor area to go up with a band and want to mosh or good friendly violent fun. Mm-hmm. But so I started talking to him. I said, hey, is Assimilator gonna play? Because I definitely dig these cats.
Yeah.
So I saw them. Well, I first heard them on Apple Music, and so you can stream it if you want. Me personally, I'm a physical media type of guy. As you can see, we have the CD.
We're gonna try to link their websites or their CDs down in the description, so you could kind of hear what we've been listening to as well.
What we're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. And make up your own mind, and then comment if you think that that we missed the mark or whatever the case may be.
Or just comment on what you think, how you thought,
absolutely,
what your interpretation of their music is. So I talked to a guy, really cool guy. His name is Scott Edwards. You can't miss him. Tall dude, man, tall dude. So I head with the story. So I head out. It's about an hour and a half
from
drive.
Where we're at,
yeah, from where we're at, an hour and a half drive. I got lost, of course, because it's at night.
Yeah, you told me that there's
a
turn that kind of forks out or something.
So here's the thing. It's actually past Alamagordo. It's not inside the city limits. Mm-hmm. It's not really inside the city.
It's like towards Clock.
Yeah, so it's like basically going towards Tularosa, exactly. So GPS sent me down this road, but it didn't specify that there is like a fork in the road. It's like a 3-way fork. And so I turned down the wrong way, and it says turn back. It didn't tell me rerouting. I was like, oh crap, it's not even on the map. So
you're like in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, so I head back, and it's dark. So I go back, and
what was that movie really quick? With the one with the Dusk of Dawn. Was it something like that? Where you roll up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
So I'm there, and I'm like, okay. So I got back on the road. Once you get on the road, it's easy. It's a little winding, but it took me about 5 minutes, and then I get to the ranch, and obviously I went into the wrong ranch because I'm an idiot. I turned into the wrong ranch, and I see all these trucks going to the next door, and I said, oh, so I had to make a U-turn. But anyway, they charged right at the gate, so I parked, and there's some people there. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
There's a crowd already.
And this is the place where Hemlock actually played the night before, right?
Yes, Hemlock rocked it down.
And we talked a little about Hemlock in the last show over here. We saw them at the Rock
Yes,
House,
check out the first episode, the pilot.
And apparently, go ahead.
Yeah, so Hemlock played, and they did very well received.
Yeah.
Sold out show, by the way.
Yeah, that's what
for Alamagordo. So kudos for that. So I walk in, and crazy thing, I don't see the typical venue crowd.
Yeah. Yeah.
And right away, all eyes on me. I'm like, what did I wear? I have toilet paper stuck to my shoe, or
You
what
weren't
the
a-
hell's
you
going
weren't a
on?
local?
My flight down,
Yeah.
and this big tall guy comes up to me. He goes, "You're the YouTube guy, right?" And I said, "Yeah," because I told him I had a
Yeah.
channel and I wanted to review it.
I
And
thought he was going to
said,
tell you, we don't like your kind around here.
yeah, I felt like that. I definitely felt like, oh my god,
Yeah.
they're gonna kick my ass or something. I'm like, oh
They took you out
crap.
in the back.
Did I go in someo's backyard party or
it'd be
something?
like green room or something.
Yeah. So no, he was really cool guy, really cool guy. He shook my hand. He said, "Do you want to meet the band?" I said, "Oh, definitely."
Yeah, awesome.
So I met the band, did a quick little interview with them, and they're actually in the progress of making a new album.
Oh,
So
cool.
I am definitely ecstatic to hear that. I'm elated.
Mm-hmm.
So I have some footage. If you
check
guys
out,
want
yeah.
more of an idea of what I'm talking about, it's on our Instagram. Make sure you check out our Instagram because I do kind of like a pan scan of the venue, and it's really cool. It's a really cool. What I liked is that the crowd was like the community. It's actually the community.
Yeah.
You see
every-
Ma and Pa,
yeah.
you see their kids,
Neighbors,
everybody getting
yeah.
involved.
Everyone knows everybody.
Yeah,
type of thing.
everybody
Yeah.
knew everybody except me. They didn't know me. They didn't know who the hell I was. So who's this
Yeah,
guy?
but well, you told me
But
though.
they
you
treated me
felt
well.
welcome.
Yeah, I
You
did
didn't
feel I felt
like,
welcomed.
yeah,
I
exactly.
felt a part of that, and that was really awesome. They let me go anywhere and take pictures. And I said, "Is it okay
It's
if I?"
because heavy metal unites, bro.
That's right. That's right. So I talked to the band, and they fed the band. It was really cool. And they said everybody's welcome to a piece of pizza afterwards, whatever.
Nice.
Let's feed the band first, and then you guys are more than welcome. So that was really cool. So I sat in the back at first, and then they hit the stage.
And
So my only critique, it was a good sound. It's good sound. They were off a little bit because I think, as some people don't know, but if you add more people to a venue and you sound check before, it's not going to sound the same. It throws off the dynamics.
yeah, that's why.
acoustics.
That's why a lot of times they'll do like a final sound check.
Yeah, they didn't do a
Yeah.
final sound check, so
They just went up there and jammed.
yeah, so there was more people that showed up, so it was off.
Yeah.
It was off. It was really good stuff, but it was off. You could tell. By the second song, though, they nailed
got it?
Yeah, they got
Cool.
it. They got the sound check in place. Everything was good. So about the band, they were intense. The singer, it's funny as hell. He engaged with the audience.
Yeah.
I believe it was Tim.
Yeah,
And
Tim.
Tim. And he engaged with the audience. He made a few zingers. I'm not going to put them out there, but it was funny.
They're probably
It was
off
funny.
color.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but other than that, it was great. They had a merch table. So I did notice that.
Well, here we go. Proof.
So I told the guys, I definitely want to buy some merch. I didn't want to lug that
Yeah.
crap around, that stuff. So I was like, let me buy the merch after the show. So he was really cool about it. He said, yeah, man. So I ended up buying a T-shirt. I bought the T-shirt, bought the vinyl for Jack.
Yes, thank
and
you.
I
and
bought
appreciate
myself the CD. Really great, really great. So as far as the show, I know you weren't there.
it. Yeah.
They did about a 45-minute set.
Did a full set.
Yeah, spot on. Every song was tight. The guitarist was on it. It
Yeah.
was just all over that fretboard.
And you could hear that on that CD.
Yeah, and then live
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Live
I
too
can
is just
imagine.
it's amazing. I was just right there, right in
Yeah.
front of it. So, the songs were good, and there was no filler. It was well received by the crowd. People actually got up and went up there.
You start marching?
I didn't want to mosh, because
No,
there
were they
was-
marching though?
No, nobody was moshing.
Yeah, of course
Yes,
not. Right?
yeah.
Yeah. Like we talked about in the last show.
So
Everyone's just chilling out.
everyone's chilled.
Yeah.
But
how big was the crowd?
you know what? I would say about 20, between 20 and 30 people.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it was good.
It was
It was
decent.
good. It was a decent
Yeah,
crowd.
we've been to shows where there's only been literally just us two,
I gotta
so.
say, they came to El Paso a couple days after.
And we also missed
And
it.
yeah,
we
missed.
tried though.
We
We
both
really
missed
did
it.
try. Yeah, we really tried. We got there a little late. It was an early show. Apparently it turned out to be a free show. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I was checking their
Yeah, it's-
Facebook and it turned out to be a free show, but we got there a little late. once again, circumstances beyond our control. But we really did attempt to get there. So we did walk in while they were tearing down.
But sadly, it wasn't the same support that they got in Alamagordo, unfortunately. This was a different venue.
It was a different venue.
Smaller venue. It's more like a bar.
It's more a local bar.
More of a local bar, and it's more for like, let's do karaoke type thing.
Yeah.
Not for shows, or maybe some local bands, but not
Some
not
upcoming
some heavy,
bands.
not some heavy metal
Yeah.
show, national touring band that's coming around. So, in that aspect, they didn't get the support that they got, and I felt like, you guys, El Paso, you missed out a good band.
Absolutely.
So, it was a good show. I would love to see them at the Rock House.
That
would be.
And we're gonna hopefully try to make that happen. I don't know. We'll try. We'll ask.
So
bring these guys back.
I want to talk about the CD. So I talked about the band,
Yeah,
but
go ahead.
we could break it down because you heard it too.
Yes.
And this is something we can talk about.
Yes.
So, in my opinion, I like it. It reminds me of some of the 90s grunge bands that were trying to cross over into like metal. One of them was like Tad. Yeah, or they had like Tad. Tad is a Seattle grunge band back in the day that later on their albums got heavier as they progressed.
And that's weird because you and I ever had the discussion. So I didn't really pick that up on that when I first heard the CD. I was hearing more of the traditional heavy metal, crunchy riffs. I mean, and like what I like about this album too is that every song's kind of a little different. It doesn't get boring. They don't overwhelm their stay.
Oh yeah.
And listening today again, because I hadn't heard, I'll be honest, I hadn't heard Tad in, God, I don't know how many years. But I kind of revisited some of that music.
Yeah.
And yeah, I could see where it's coming from. Especially, I think it was track 7. I'm not exactly sure what the title is. But yeah, they had that kind of almost like alternative metal feel to it. What's the name of track 7?
Oh, track 7 is "Carry Me Home."
I think it was that one. Yeah, so I could kind of hear it. So yeah, I mean, I kind of have to agree with you a little bit. But go ahead. What was your take?
Like I said, it had that feel of the 90s grunge crossover with with the metal influences. Really tight songs, solid. You don't get bored. They're not overextended where you're like, okay, they're straight to the point. They get the point across. The music's really good. And what I liked is that seeing them live is like, that's as good as they are on the CD too. It's so tight.
Yeah.
But you get to appreciate it more live, of course.
Absolutely.
Because you get to hear everything.
And basic, to me, it was like they're kind of like a thrash band with death metal influences, but has a lot of that old. I don't know. For me, it was that old '80s.
Very nostalgia for me.
Yeah, the old '80s traditional metal because they got riffs.
Yeah.
They're crunchy riffs. They got a lot of lead playing too, and it has that that sense of late '80s, early '90s heavy metal. That
Three times spin. I heard it 3 times.
Oh, I've heard it a little more than that, but yeah, it's really good. The album, I just want to say really quick, is this is their album. It's an original press. They're not a signed band, so this is total DIY. Okay, according to this, 50 were made. 18, I got number 18 on there, and just a fair warning. What if I suggest is that if you're a vinyl collector, this is definitely something to pick up because you're not going to find it anywhere. And this is going to be a collector's item. But I suggest you also pick up the CD. CD sounds a little bit better as far as the production. These are hand-pressed.
You also have to have a good...
I would suggest you have a good sound system.
Yeah, a good player.
And there's a little, I guess, disclaimer that comes with it that these are all hand-pressed and totally handmade. So the sound quality may not be something that you are expecting as far as like purchasing something from a major label or something like that. But definitely pick it up if you're a vinyl collector. But pick up the CD because the CD just kicks ass.
So, thumbs up, Assimilator.
Thumbs up, Assimilator.
Next we have...
Well, I don't think we're going to go into that. Let's leave that for a later show.
We're going to review Steel Lake.
Still
This
Lake,
will be
El
a
Paso's
separate episode.
finest.
Yes. This will be
Hopefully
coming up
going to
next.
Wacken.
My brother knows, I think, a couple of those guys, and you know what, man, he likes them. And what's weird is that my brother's a real corrido Mexican music kind of guy, and he's
A
digs.
jock.
Nah,
I'm just kidding. No,
I will not say. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, he says that they're really good, so I'm really looking forward to that
man.
to the next show.
This band, once we review it, anyway, let's save that for the next show.
okay. You know what? Sounds good. So I just want to reiterate what we talked about really quick.
Go to the
Check out
Rabbit
the
Hole.
Yes,
Yeah,
Rabbit
check
Hole if
'em
you're
out.
ever in Alamagordo. Or it's not that long of a drive, guys, you know.
And it's in a fork road. Remember, don't get lost like our.
don't get
Right,
lost.
right. If you need directions, you
Yeah.
know, contact Sounds Real.
Yeah.
So, and one last thing, I just want to say we got some upcoming shows.
Yeah, absolutely.
These are all at the Rock House, by the way. So we do have, according to this, we have Gratitude, Texas. Can't wait to see that. I am definitely going to be there at that
What date?
show. That's this coming Thursday.
We're gonna be there.
So we'll be there. Hopefully
Say
we'll
hi
get to
to
talk
us
to the
if
bands.
if you watch this
Gratitude, if you see this.
video. Yes.
Say
We'll
hi
be
to
there.
us.
Hi.
So, and also steak sauce mustache. I know you guys are like, what is that? What is
Yeah,
that?
we
Steak
should-
sauce
I
mustache.
should be there too.
We'll be there. That's on Friday, this coming Friday, and Saturday I believe is Death Benefits. They're a band, local band I think from Albuquerque. So
Cool.
I
Yeah.
missed them last time, so I definitely want to check them out. Death metal,
We should be
steak
there.
sauce. What is it? Oh my God, I'm getting confused here. Yeah, steak sauce mustache. Sorry guys. I like their music. I didn't hear them before, and I've been listening to
Cool.
them, and I dig them.
All
They're
right,
they're,
so
they're
we're
we'll
gonna-
talk about
We'll
them.
talk about them later.
So guys,
and
this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, it's like 3 days in a row, and then so it's gonna be a killer show.
okay. Cool.
So we got some
And
good
we're-
stuff
yeah,
lined
We're gonna
up.
be out there, so say hi to us if you see us. And I just want to give a little preview, really quick, of some of the bands that we're hopefully gonna bring in as guests.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
yeah.
We want to start doing interviews.
We want to do some interviews here, so hopefully we'll get the guys from Still Lake, talk a little bit about what's going on with them. And it's not all about metal. We're going to hopefully bring Sabian on. He's a local rap artist, and we could bring him in, and he could talk a little bit about, you know,
That would be
yeah,
definitely
his take on the music scene.
good to
And
have.
he's out there too, so
And-
hopefully we'll have a link to his stuff, and you could check out what he's doing.
And one last thing, one other band that I really want to get in contact with is Barbarian, Texas. We've seen these guys
Oh, we've
play
seen
at
them
least
several
three
times.
times.
Yeah.
So
So,
I definitely want to put them on the show and plug their music too as well.
okay, sounds good.
So,
man.
in conclusion, hope you guys
Thumbs up, Assimilator.
give us thumbs up.
Give
know,
thumbs up to
Make
Assimilator.
sure to subscribe to our Instagram. That's where I'll be posting all of our shows that we go to and some other clips, you know, funny stuff, whatever we think, and some movies, recommendations. We will talk about movies on the upcoming shows. So we'll have upcoming shows coming up talking about all kinds of stuff.
Upcoming shows coming up.
Yeah, upcoming shows coming up. So, you know, so like I said, go ahead and click. Yep, that's right. Thank you.
Give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and check us out.
And we're out.